and blessings. I am Remy. So, look, today I want to talk about some things that I've been seeing flying around the internet, okay? Self-love, self-awareness, self-mastery, right? So, let's get into it, y'all. When you are a child becoming a teenager and your body starts to go through hormonal changes or just changes, period, you start being aware of different things about you. As a toddler, you might start looking at your fingers and be like, these are fingers. And they move like this, right? Or you may start getting your minis in. And you look in the mirror and say, I got minis. Okay. And you have just became aware of something that you never had before. So self-awareness is actually elevation because you are seeing things for the first time and you're accepting them the way that they are. And self-awareness is not for other people. It is for self. You are becoming aware of self. And as you become aware of self, then you start to master the things that you are aware of, okay? About yourself. But let me tell you something. You do not have to go through self-mastery. Some people choose not to. Some people choose not to elevate. But one thing you cannot stop, baby, you cannot stop change. Change and transformation is going to continue to happen in your life. It's on you to accept that change and transformation, become aware of that change and transformation, and then elevate into your self-mastery. Which brings me to feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions are illusions that are on this realm and plane. And this is not saying you're not supposed to have them, because as I said before, you are a spirit having a human experience. So if you are a spirit having a human experience, as long as you are in this temple, as long as you are in this vessel, you're going to have emotions and feelings. But are they valid? Only to you, your feelings are valid. But we have to allow people to have those feelings and those emotions, because that is a part of their self-awareness and that is a part of their mastery. And they still have the choice to choose if they want to master it or not. And in your self-awareness, you got to decide whether you want to deal with those people or not through those elevation stages of their life. But we cannot compare everybody's healing the same, because everybody does not heal the same. We cannot put everybody accountability into the same basket, because everybody does not take accountability the same way. Some people accountability may be in silence. It may be going into silence and solitude and learning who they are and where they made their mistakes. They don't have to broadcast to the world, nothing. And some people may be accountability in going to tell everybody, hey, I'm going to be accountable for this. Nobody's healing, nobody's self-mastery, nobody's self-love, nobody's elevation has to be the same, because we are all not the same. We are all different people. We are all different people having a human experience. All different spirits having a human experience. So based off of our feelings and emotion is how we're going to move. If everybody was the same way, we wouldn't have different Orisha. Why do we have different energies? Because everybody moves differently. Everybody has a different contract. Everybody has different egbe. So some people may be of fire and water, and they have nothing to explain about their destiny if they are of fire and water. Some people may be of death in disharmony, and they have nothing to explain about themselves if they are of death in disharmony. Some people may be of love and light, and they have nothing to explain about themselves, about their love in their life. So we have to stop putting people and pitting people into our own baskets. What it looks like for you, it will not look like for me. And you have no right to tell people how they should heal. And you have no right to tell people how fast they should elevate. And you have no right to tell people how fast they should receive their self-mastery. Because everybody's destiny is different. Some may get it now and some may get it later. You choose to walk with them through that. Or you can step back and let them do it the way that they're doing it. Stop forcing people to heal. Give them the medicine and allow them to take it bit by bit. When we receive our hand to be far, it says bit by bit we eat the head of the rat. But eventually the rat will be eaten. Okay? Eventually the rats will be eaten. And our Lord told me, if I take that rat and I just lick it every day, eventually it will be gone. So you cannot accumulate how people should do their self-love, their self-awareness, their self-mastery. How fast do they hold themselves accountable? It's important. It is important for the elevation of self. All of these things are important for the elevation of self. But if you mind your own mat, and our priests, our wolves know what that means. If you learn the 4 agreements, if you study the spirit of intimacy, you would understand how people cope, heal, and move, and how you should cope, heal, and move. Anybody that is forcing you to do things quickly is not a friend. Excuse me. Another thing that I've been paying attention to though is how people react to betrayal, or how people accept betrayal, or how people do not want to accept betrayal. They say if things happen to you over and over in life, it's because you are attracting it to you. Okay? I say that this world is full of some rotten motherfuckers. And if the world is full of these kind of people are going to be around you. Let me give you an example. It's not always about what I speak, I attract. It's not always that. And let me give you an example. So when I had my first child, when I got pregnant with my first child, I had no concept of negativity in my head. I was excited. I bought clothes. I started getting the crib for the baby. We talked about the baby coming in. Like, it was really exciting. It was a really exciting moment for me in my life. And at 6 months, my water bag bust. And my parents came in and my grandparents came in and we prayed. We prayed, we manifested, and I just knew that my parents' prayers were going to work. I knew the prayers of the mothers was going to work, but destiny had something different for me. Okay? So no matter how much I manifested, and no matter how much I was in a positive space, sometimes there are opposing forces that are stronger than our prayers. Just sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. Sometimes there are. And sometimes it is not negative thoughts that lead to negative things. Sometimes these things just happen because life is not all good. There is nobody out here having a perfect life. And if they are perceiving that they are having a perfect life, they are lying. Okay? They are completely lying. If they are perceiving to say that life is good, that they have mastered self 100%. I don't know nobody in this United States of America that is living like a complete shaman, who has complete mastery. Haven't met anybody in the Orisha culture yet, in the Ifa culture, in Voodoo, in the church, that have reached full levels of self-mastery. But I do know people that are working on mastering themselves. I know people that are working on mastering their thoughts, their mind frame, controlling their energy. But I have not met anybody that has no troubles or trials or tribulations. And you know why? Because there are 2 ends of the spectrums, and there are 2 parts that reach duality. There are 2 things of duality. There is right and there is wrong. There is dark and there is light. There's yes and no. There's left, there's right. There's in, there's out. It is a law. It is a universal law to have an opposite, because opposites attract. So negative things and positive things are going to happen in your life, even if you are the Dalai Lama. So don't let people make you perceive that their lives are perfect. Even as Orisha priest and Ifa priest, we are not perfect because we're still humans. We still do humanly things. We still eat. We still drink. We needed to survive. We still cuss and fuss. We still have feelings. We still feel some kind of way about certain things, whether it be love or betrayal. So don't let anybody make you think, don't let anybody make you think that because you are going through something, you are wrong. Don't let them make you think because you are healing that you are wrong. Nobody on this earth's surface is perfect. You understand me? So, y'all keep letting them people fill your heads up with lies. Okay? And see where it's going to get you. Because, see, when you are dependent on other people to tell you how you are supposed to live your life, instead of taking in the meat, you taking all the fat. Listen to your teachers. Let them guide you. But make sure that you use your own ori and consciousness to know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Because at the end of the day, it is you. It is your heart that has to be lighter than a feather. It is your heart that has to not have any vices. It is you that have to forgive yourself. It is you that has to love you even when the world stops loving you. So we are at 11 minutes. I'm going to contribute that to Obatala, Orishala. You are the one who molds human beings. The one who molds one cannot fail to impress one. We give honor to our Ori. We give honor to the maker of our Ori. We give honor to the spirits of Olodumare and all the energies that are a part of this waking world that we live in. All of the energies of light that we move through. We give thanks for both spectrums, from the dark to the light, and all the colors in between. Because everything in between shows us the diversity of us. We ask that Spirit continue to show us and uplift us and send the energies towards us where we need healing, where we need love, where we need understanding, where we need to reach a certain level of our own perfection, not the perfection of other people. Allow us to see ourselves for who we truly are and move in accountability for ourselves and forgiveness for ourselves. Forgive others for ourselves. Continue to help our Oris or Batalan and mold them to be greater as we walk through our destiny on life, on earth. We give thanks for all the things you've done, all the things you do, and all the things you will do. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Well, that boy, y'all.